Dear students, ഇന്നത്തെ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ we are going to discuss the frequency spectrum of a frequency modulated wave. So we have seen that in the case of frequency modulation, the frequency of the carrier wave is changed in accordance with the intensity of the signal. So that is there will be some factor multiplied by the amplitude of the signal will modify the carrier signal. So frequency deviation, as an example that we have seen in the last class, that is if the signal carrier frequency is 100 kilohertz and signal frequency is 1 kilohertz, then in that case it will not be 100 plus 1, that will not be the change in frequency of the carrier, but it will be the value up to which that is the carrier frequency that has to change, that we can determine by multiplying it with a factor. K. So we will get sometimes we will get 100 plus 25 kilohertz etc. that we can decide, and the variations will be of the order of 1 kilohertz or 1000 times per second. Now suppose we study the frequency spectrum as we have studied the case of amplitude modulation. In amplitude modulation we have seen that the amplitude modulated wave consists of three frequencies. One is the carrier frequency and the other one is carrier frequency plus Fs, that is Fc plus Fs and Fc minus Fs. That is only three frequencies are different frequencies are present in the modulated wave. But in the case of frequency spectrum of a frequency modulated waves, the analysis of that is very complicated and it is a very high, for that we need a very high mathematics. Therefore we will discuss only the result of this. Suppose we analyze this frequency modulated wave, the frequency spectrum of a frequency modulated wave using this mathematics, we will find that the frequency spectrum consists of different types of frequencies. That is, one is Fc, then Fc plus or minus Fs, then Fc plus or minus 2Fs, Fc plus or minus 3Fs, and so on. That is, a large number of frequencies are possible, and all these Fc plus Fs, that is the frequencies which are greater than the carrier frequencies, are termed as the upper sideband frequencies, while Fc minus Fs, Fc minus 2Fs etc. are called the lower sideband frequencies. Now we can go through some of the problems related with the frequency modulation. That is, we have a frequency modulated voltage wave is given by the equation E is equal to 12 cos of 6 into 10 raised to 8 t plus 5 into sin 1250 t 1250 t. Find the carrier frequency, signal frequency, modulation index, maximum frequency deviation, and also the power dissipated by the frequency modulated wave in 10 ohm resistor. So we can compare this equation with the standard equation for a frequency modulated wave. For a standard equation for a frequency modulated wave is given by E is equal to Ec into cos omega ct plus mf into sin omega st. So comparing with the standard equation, we will obtain as Ec is equal to 12, then omega c, in place of omega c we have 6 into 10 raised to 8. So from that you can find out the first part of the problem, that is carrier frequency is Fc is omega c divided by 2 pi. So it is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 8 divided by 2 pi, that is equal to 95.5 into 10 raised to 6 hertz. Now the second part is MF, signal frequency Fs, and signal frequency is included in 1250 stands for omega s. So omega s you can write it as 1250. Therefore Fs is equal to omega s divided by 2 pi, that is equal to 1250 divided by 2 pi equal to 199 hertz. Then the next term is 5 stands for MF. So MF, that is the modulation index, is equal to 5, and the maximum frequency deviation is equal to delta F. Delta F is nothing but MF into Fs. because MF is equal to delta F divided by Fs. That we have already known. MF is equal to delta F divided by Fs. So delta F is equal to MF into Fs. So it is equal to 5 into 1000, 199, that is equal to 995 Hertz. So power dissipated will be equal to P is equal to E square RMS divided by R. So E is equal to, we can see here, value of E is 12. So that is EC max. So we have to find out the RMS. So it is 12 by root 2 the whole square divided by R is, in this case it is given as 10 ohm. So it is equal to 7.2 watt. Now come to the second problem. In a frequency modulated wave, frequency deviation constant is 75 kilohertz per volt and the signal amplitude is 2 volt. Find the maximum frequency deviation. So the frequency deviation constant K is equal to 75 kilohertz per volt is given. Amplitude of signal is given as ES is equal to 2 volt. So maximum frequency deviation delta F is nothing but delta K into ES. So simply by multiplying K with ES we will get the maximum frequency deviation delta F. Now we can go through a comparison of FM and AM. So FM, the amplitude of carrier wave remains constant with the modulation. In AM, the amplitude of carrier wave changes with the modulation. In FM, second property is that the carrier frequency changes with modulation. In AM, there is no carrier frequency. Remains constant with the modulation. Then in the case of third property, that is for FM, the carrier frequency changes according to the strength of the modulating signal. In the case of AM, the carrier amplitude changes in accordance with the strength of the modulating signal. Then as a fourth difference, we can say that the value of modulation index can be more than 1, but in the case of AM, the value of modulation index cannot be more than 1. Or in that case, for distortionless AM signal, it should be less than 1. Now we can go through a problem in AM that we have, the video has been some problem with this. So we can go through that problem again. So here you can see a carrier wave of 500 volts is subjected to 100% modulation, amplitude modulation. Determine the power in sidebands, power of modulated wave. So the sideband power is given by the equation half m square Pc. So in this case m is equal to 100%, so it is equal to 1. So it is equal to 1 by 2 into 1 into, that is the carrier carrier power is 500. So it is 1 by 2 into 1 into 500, that is equal to 250 watt. Now so the total sideband power is given by 250 watt. So in each sideband the power is 125, that is 125 watt in the upper sideband and 125 watt in the lower sideband. Then power of the AM wave is, it will be the total power of carrier and sideband. So it is equal to 500 plus 250, that is equal to 750 watt. And the next problem is the load current in the transmitting antenna of an unmodulated AM transmitter is 8 ampere. What will be the antenna current when modulation is 40%? Load current in the transmitting antenna is given as 8 ampere. Antenna current we have to evaluate. Modulation factor is given as 40%. So PS will be equal to half m square PC and total power will be equal to PC plus PS, that is equal to PC into 1 plus m square by 2. So PT by PC, suppose we take, it will be equal to 1 plus m square by 2. Since the power is equal to I square R and R is the same in both cases, power we can write it as I square T into R divided by I square C into R. So R and R get cancelled. So I square T by I square C is equal to 1 plus m square by 2. So substituting this value, given IC as 8 ampere and m as 0.4, we can substitute the values and it is found that IT square divided by 8 square is equal to 1 plus 0.4 squared by 2, that is equal to 1.08. Then IT is equal to 8 into root of 1.08, that is equal to 8.31 ampere. So by this way you can find out the current which is flowing through the that is with the antenna, that is here the total power is given the unmodulated AM transmitter is 8 ampere ആണ്. So it will corresponds to the IT and carrier we have given it as without any amplitude modulation we have 8 ampere, with modulation we have 8.31 ampere. So that is about the amplitude modulation and frequency modulation.